cha, dvitiyam brahmacharini, tritiyam chandraganteti, kushmanteti chaturthakam, panchamam skandamateti, shastyam katyayaniti cha, saptamam kalaratriti, mahagoriti chastramam, navamam siddhidatri cha, navadurga prakirtita, uttanye tarinamani, paramanaga mahatmanaha.
Hello. Welcome. This is the Embody Freedom series. I am Hemalayaa, and DTO is in the background. And we are here live from Creative Casa Studios. We just added the studios. You know what I'm saying? It's our home. Creative Casa. So welcome. Ooh, light workers in the house. How's it going? What are you feeling? You are pillars, you are beams of light. So that means that we get to charge ourselves up in order to be in our greatest service here. I've been really getting that download and understanding more and more in my own spiritual connection. So taking a deep breath in. Whoo! This series and this show and this moment is an opportunity for you to take a breath, be in the movement of what we're offering, what we're inviting you into. Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning, Matt. Awesome to have you here. Good morning, Doe. We love our live commenters, and today we have somebody really special on. Every day special, but this one's especially special. So we got some peeps in the house. Yay, good morning, Andrew. So the Embody Freedom series, this is an experiential opportunity, an experiential show. So the invitation is to not just sit there and listen or watch. This is for you to be in the game with your body, give yourself the opportunity to nourish through the invitations that we have here today. So we have some incredible facilitators on, artists on, and today we have an amazing, beautiful facilitator and teacher and mentor and what? Sophia. And Sophia's here. Hello. Good morning. Yes, so Betsy Finkelhoo is in the house. So I just wanted to share about our intention of our show. It started all at the beginning of the quarantine time. So DT and I just had the vision of offering some support right now. And, we're both very, very committed to being light beams, doing our work and offering into the world. And as you must know, DTO is the producer-composer of incredible high vibrational music. And in fact, he's got something really exciting he's offering to light workers out there and yoga teachers and those of you who are making videos. He has this whole, what do you call it? Yeah, it's a licensing program, but it has a special name. What's it called? You're working on the title? Okay. Right now it's called a subscription membership. I thought it had some fancy name. That's why I was like, what's it called again? Anyway, I'll write things down next time. You know what I'm saying? This is the thing that happens with live. You make all sorts of mistakes. And you know what? Are they really mistakes? I don't know. Anyway, so the intention of this is to bring us into high vibrational alignment. And I'm not going to lie to you, this was for me and DTO as well, right? So because I could see myself spiraling downward and staying there. That tends to be that is my tendency. So when I'm in service, and for you light workers out there, the world needs us. The world needs you. So we can't just stay stuck. And that's why I'm also really excited about who we have on today, Betsy Finkelhoo, because she's got incredible tools for us to stay in the game and stay up-leveled and in our inspiration. So the invitation is to get in the groove with us today. I'm going to invite you into sometimes some wacky and weird things. And it is for the purpose of us being in our greatest selves and discharging and letting go of and dismantling. There's also another dis word that I'm trying to think of. Dislodging, unlodging out of the energetic body, the things that we are not, right? The emotions that get caught Whoo! All right, walk it out here. Start to pump your heart forward and back. So that happens with the shoulders here. So the invitation is to get into the movement. Whoo! Move your head from side to side. So I started saying, I am honored to be the lead facilitator here and having on incredible guest facilitators here on the show. We also have guest artists sometimes that lead us through some empowerment tools. So join us. This is us, being in the commitment of letting go of any modern day insanity, because boy is it uncertain out there, and the fear and the stress and the anxiety is going to try to take us down. So this series is designed to ground us in a whole new level of embodiment. Take a deep breath into that. Light workers, it's time to rise into our embodiment of leadership. I'm hearing an echo. I don't know where it's coming from, but hope that's not happening on your end. Will you let us know where you're watching from, where you're listening from, where you're activating from right now in this moment? And keep that heart pumping alive, forward and back, the shoulders moving, and breathe. You can add this little touch here with your middle finger to your diaphragm area. So I'm going to show you what that looks like right here. Oh yeah, I got my Burning Man outfit on today because we've got a special guest that I'm going to talk about in a moment. But here, right here, you can add this. So this movement here with the hands and the arms and the heart and the back of the heart going forward and back, and breathe here. Whoo! Keep breathing as I share with you that it is time for us to thrive. I want you to hear me. Thrive by reclaiming and sustaining our joy and our pleasure. Whoo! That is our true nature, is to be in joy and pleasure. And my experience is it's through movement of the breath, movement of your body, all of your bodies, the energetic body, the emotional body, the mental body, the physical body, the spiritual body. Whoo, take a deep breath into that. It is also for you light workers in the house, you yoga teachers, you movement makers. Yeah, I just said it. It's time for you to make your movement in the world to impact humanity in a very positive way. The world needs you to raise the consciousness of every human being on this planet. Not that we're better than. Whoo! But at glimpses, we have touched something, right? So that's the opportunity, is to share that thing that we have touched. Also, so we can sustain it and keep vibrating it and keep enjoying it. So the time is now. My experience is, and my invitation is, the time is now to pivot and expand into your freedom. And that is what this Embody Freedom show is all about. Take a deep breath in and keep pumping your arms and your heart forward and back. Whoo, really round it up here. You can actually let your spine undulate. Breathe. Keep going. Breathe. Woo! Yeah, like undulating here. Whoo! Let go with a sound. Walk around in your space. Let your arms go now. And still let your spine undulate as you walk here. We're going to just do a little movement, awakening the cells in your being. Snap it out. Move in your space. Woo! Good morning, Joy. Good morning, Pamela. Good morning, Joseph. Dawn Flores in the house. Right on, sister. Woo! Yes. Welcome, welcome. Oh, Sophia. Yay. All right. Here we go. Walk around your space. Take up space. Big movements. Walk it outside to side here. Big, wide stance. Ooh, and that same thing that we did with the heart, I want you to do it with the pelvis as well. So let the pelvis come forward and back. Breathe. Ooh. Bounce the shoulders. And I don't mean to exclude you, other time zones, wherever you are, watching from, enjoying from, receiving from, moving from, write it in the chat. Where are you? Woo! Yes. Betsy Finkelhoo is in the house. She's in the green room right now. Ooh, we might pop her on to the camera to show she is behind the scenes and dancing also. Yes, beautiful. Woo! So snap it out, everyone. Snap it out. And really, isn't that the term, right? Snap out of it. Oh, I know I've been getting caught in those grumpies. Woo! The quarantine is getting to us. But we are in charge of our being, yeah. Take those arms out and stretch out. We are renovating our space. Woo! Make sounds. Let your tongue dance. Ooh, feel those drums. By the way, this is DTO and I's song called Shakti Vortex. This is a remix by Color. It's coming out May 8th. Woo! What does that mean? That's 2 days from now. So let the drums come into your being. That means it's going to be available for you on Spotify for you to dance it out. So feel these drums. This is woo, so good. Take your booty back, dance it out. Ooh, stretch it out, renovate, create space. Create space, yeah. Woo, there's the Color remix right there. Breathe, bounce it up, bounce it out, and let yourself go wild. Here we go, breathe, 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 wait for it. Walk it out. Let your tongue dance. Ooh, are you ready? Are you ready to beam your light out into the world? Ready? Get it ready? Wind it up. Woo! DTO, you ready? Get in the game here. Let's bring DTO out. Oh, what's gonna happen? Yeah, there he is. Woo! Yeah, that's DTO renovating this space. Make some sounds, everybody. Tickle your shoulders. Heart going front and back. Yes, more room for love, for pleasure, for joy, for play. Yes! Say yes. Ah. Make a grumbling sound. Express anything that is in your space that wants to be released. Ah. Yes. Breathe. Snap it out, last few seconds. Woo! Walk around your space. Last round. All right, walk it out, side to side here. Slow it down, breathe, undulate. Ball heel, ball heel. Swing your arms, breathe. Woo! Tickle the shoulders. So we so rarely let ourselves fully go like that. The intention is to create this holistic embracing of all aspects of yourself. So taking in some deep breaths in, drop in now. Stand wherever you are and feel your feet on the ground. Unlock your knees. So there's this little micro bend that's allowing the energy from the earth, Mama, who has called us into listening. She's called us into listening, so allow her to come in and do her job. Her greatest honor and gift, Shakti's greatest honor and gift is to come on in and recycle those old stories. Oh, recycle all of the debris and shake it out and breathe it in. Let her be like a vacuum and vacuum up your insides. Those dried up old leaves, ready for recycling, old beliefs, old wounds. And let them be vacuumed up. Breathe here, palms up, heart open and alive. Knees are bent, like I said. The soles of your feet are like vortexes, like opened portals, open to the divine realm and Mother Nature herself. Breathe and receive. And so for this whole journey, as we go forward here with speaking with our incredible guest today, Betsy Finkelhoo, I ask you to be in receptive mode. And if you hear something today, in this moment, in this time and space, if you are receiving something, share. Don't keep it to ourselves. This is the time for us light workers to be out there in a collaboration of this mission to spread the light. Breathe. time for generosity of your own light and love. That means you come into preparedness. You come into doing what it takes in order to keep on shining that light bright as it can go, because we need you pillars in the world right now to hold that light strong for the rest of us. Breathe. And let go with big huffs. So take that breath in, capture all the places that have been holding or contracted or resistant, and huff them out. And feel that letting go. And you can really notice it. I mean, I notice it when I really let go and I ask Mama to come in and vacuum it out and all the pieces, and whoo, make a little ambulance sound here with your voice going from high to low. Yeah. And breathe and receive. Who are you? Who do you know yourself to be in your highest self? Whew, the quarantine can come in and it can show us the dark side. It can show us the shadowy side. And I am no saint. I'll tell you that. My dark sides have been roaring up. My old wounds have been pouring out. And that's the point, is pour them out. Let them be out of the space, out of your consciousness, so you can keep doing your work here. And breathe. One more breath into your third eye. And allow that third eye to like a light beam, a lighthouse, spread towards the whole rest of the universe. And don't forget about yourself. Don't forget about your own body and being that gets to receive this light. Light holders, we tend to forget about ourselves. So if you have forgotten about yourself, receive the light also. Receive the blessings. And take one more deep breath in here. And we'll open our eyes. So beautiful. Yay! Let us know how you what you experienced there, what you're feeling right now in this moment. Did you go for it? Did you go in? Did you tune in? Did you hear something for yourself? And if so inspired, please share this. Share this video. Share this show with others. DTO and I, we're giving this from our hearts, and to let us know that this is working for you, share it so that we can really keep on doing it. Otherwise, I mean, we'll do it for ourselves, but we might not go live. Okay, awesome. Oh, Tammy, good morning. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet. Tammy was saying that she loves the energy. Thank you so much. And Bethy, love light. That's a great name. Love that. Tiffany is in the house. Jennifer Quest. Watching from Oceanside. Yay! Our neighbors. I love it. And our heart family. Deanna is in the house. Okay, Anna has shared here. I was feeling sadness and anxiety, too much to do with my yoga today. I am so grateful for you and this movement. Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Anna, for letting us know. Thank you for sharing that. Awesome. Just take a deep breath in and get into receptive mode, because we really do have someone extraordinary here. Betsy Finkelhoo is a dear sister to me, but she's a dear sister to all. Like she's one of those beings that is a friend to all, and I think she's heard that before, because really it's our experience of this magnificent human being who really is so committed to being in that sharing of the light that I was sharing about. Talk about a lighthouse pillar. Woo! Beam of light. Yes. So I get the honor of introducing our dear, beautiful Betsy Finkelhoo to the show today. And let me just tell you a story. First of all, the reason why I put on this outfit today, actually, you know what? I'm going to tell you when she gets on, just so I can tell it with her. But here, I'm going to share her bio with you so you can really know who Betsy Finkelhoo is. She is an artist, a healer, a speaker, an author, and most of all, a dear friend. So Betsy loves spreading the message of positivity as a way to uplift and help people rise out of doubt, fear, and insecurities into more joyful and loving connection to themselves and others. creator of the Community Speaker Series in Encinitas. She has helped build community and activate much inspiration and connection. I attest to that. Betsy's most recent project, the Power Affirmation, that she's going to be sharing about here, the Power Affirmation Journal, is a tool to guide and empower. It's a training ground for a mindset workout. So we'll find out more about what that means. And take a deep breath in when Betsy Finkelhoo gets on here. Let's have this will be like our audience. Yay!
I'm hugging you all. Since we can't hug each other. I've been just hugging myself, and it just really just comes right back to self-love. So as I love you, I get to love myself. Thank you so much, Emma. Oh, what a beautiful introduction, and it feels so good in my body.
Welcome, beauty. I'm so happy to have you here. And so I love that we're wearing almost the same color too. Isn't that funny? So this is a little Burning Man outfit that I'm wearing right now. Can you hear me? Okay, great.
Yeah.
I think we just had a little glitch there for a second. So Betsy Finkelhoo was my first time going to Burning Man last year, and she lent me a whole bunch of stuff. So I just feel so connected to Burning Man and Betsy. She wasn't even there this last year, but I got to bring her with me and totally enjoy using some of the costumes and being with you in this way. And the first time I ever met you was at Lightning in a Bottle, and I have to say and share, I was super intimidated. I was like, who is this? You came up into the pod that we were in. I hadn't met you yet, and you come up, and I swear to God, you just literally fluttered down with some wings. Yes. And and then you were like, I just got everybody in the water to move with me and to breathe. I'm just sending you some love. So anyways, I was like, who is this? Could this really be could somebody be this positive and so open and loving? And the truth is, as I have gotten to know you, yes, that is true. So you truly embrace and you embody that magnificence. So I just wanted to power and add that to who you are. It's such a blessing to have you here. Look at all the love in the house. My gosh.
Thank you, sisters. So wonderful to see all of these wonderful names pop up, our soul family. And just thank you for seeing me and celebrating my light. It's a journey of cultivating light, and that's what you were speaking to, and that's what I'm excited to share with all of you today. Because we do go through ebbs and flows of our feelings and our emotions, our minds, and it's a practice to continue to keep ourselves uplifted. And so I'm super excited to be here and share some of my favorite tools.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to dive into. So this has been a challenging time for some. I mean, I'd love for you to share. Is there anything that you've been struggling with at this time, or now, or when we started this time period of quarantine and all of that? What have you been struggling with personally?
I feel like it's a continuous practice of staying hopeful, because we see so many things in the news and also on social media that are planting fear for the future of what's to come. And so for me, it's a continuous practice of coming back to the present moment and going, back into a state of hopefulness and positivity, even though there's evidence that may be saying there's nothing to be hopeful for. And so I feel like the practices is an essential part of staying positive and staying hopeful, staying healthy, staying uplifted. And when this pandemic hit, it became more clear to me that this is a daily ritual to be able to tend to our mindset, tend to our bodies, these different, ancient practices that I've known and I've used in the past, and now ever more. It's really important.
Yeah, what are your what do you think right now has been the top winners, maybe 2 or 3 top winners of practices that have really supported you?
Number one always is gratitude. So practicing gratitude, and like you shared when you were introducing me, it's like a muscle. It's like when we pump that muscle of gratitude, then it becomes much easier to drop into that. So it's not to bypass, but it's to strengthen our ability to find many things to be grateful for. And so writing down my gratitude, singing gratitude, expressing my gratitude to my loved ones, Thank you for being here, Hemalayaa, for inviting me to be here, Hemalayaa. Infusing it into my conversations as a way to be able to stay in that high vibration of gratitude. That's number one. And then you are a master of embodiment, and it is essential. You know, we are in our homes and not able to go to the gym. I used to do hot yoga 3 or 4 times a week. Can't do that. And so it's a discipline now to really make sure to get regular movement in, because we have energy in our bodies, we store emotions in our muscles, and it's really important to keep the energy moving. It's kind of like a pond. If there's stagnation in the water, then there's this icky, yucky stuff that starts to build up. And it's the same thing with our bodies. We are made of so much fluids. And so we got to keep it moving, keep our joints moving, keep the energy moving. Even just that 5 minutes that you guided us through today, I feel amazing. So those are high up there on my practices.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you. So gratitude, really practicing gratitude every day. Like I just like to reiterate, because I want you to get this, and I want to get this for myself too. I think I fall out of gratitude a lot. But when I'm in it, it is so powerful. It truly is. It brings us into the present versus the grunge from the past and the worry from the future. So thank you for sharing that. Gratitude and embodiment practices are, some of Betsy's top. So you also have another tool that you really have. You've gone to the next level of really committed to sharing it. So will you talk about that?
Yes, 100%. I love talking about the Power Affirmation Journal. It has been a deep and dear project of my heart. It's been a vision for many years, probably about 3 years, and it's just now launching. It's crazy, the timing with the pandemic hit, and then there was just all of a sudden it was like all the pieces came together, and it was like Great Spirit was like, it's time now, launch.
Yeah.
And so, yep, it's coming through, and it's essentially it's a training ground for your mindset muscles. And so this tool is not only about affirmations, which it's a bulk of it is writing your own affirmations down, but it's also helping you to get into the right relationship with the thoughts that are no longer serving. And so there's a section in there that helps you to clarify what it is that you're choosing to release. What judgments are you wanting to let go of? Helping you to clarify what your boundaries are for your own self and for the world around you. Helping you to clarify the questions that you've been asking yourself. Because really, when we start asking questions to the universe, to God, to source, to ourselves, it's really important to use empowering questions to help us to stay uplifted and in a more expansive mindset. And then there's some other practices in there that will help you go on an inward journey. It's really helped me a lot to be able to just go inward and use journaling as a path for self-care. Oh, great. I love that he pulled a picture up, and this is a little inside of the book. I can even show you guys here too. So it gives you these prompts that essentially help you just get the wheels in motion. And so you can kind of see there's quotes woven in.
Yeah, there's space. I love it that there's space for us to actually write. So it's one of those journals that you can actually utilize and get it messy and get your colored pencils out and really get creative with it. I love that. So do you have like a little guidance that you can take us through, a little practice?
Yes, I would love it.
Experience with us? I would love that.
For anyone watching, if you have some time, I would absolutely love to invite you into grabbing your journal. Grab a pen. It can be just a piece of paper as well, and you can refine it later. But essentially, I'm going to guide you into writing an affirmation for yourself. Because for me, and I'll just share a little bit of my story as you grab your journal, I always felt connected to affirmations, but it didn't really resonate with me as much when I was reading someone else's affirmations. It always really helped me to write my own, because it was coming from my own inner knowing of who I am and who I'm choosing to be. So I'm going to guide you. I have this special little card. Oh, this is the full moon one. So we have a full moon tomorrow. And so this is a card that's going to help you to create a full moon affirmation. And so once you have, there we go. Thank you, DTO. So you don't necessarily need to look at it unless you want to take a screenshot of it. You're welcome to in this moment. But just go ahead, and the practice is also a really important piece, because you can just write and write and write, and that can just be words. But when we really get into a state, a feeling state, then we can start to write from that place. And then later, when you go to read it, you're going to feel that. And so if you can, just start to think about what you're grateful for in this moment. Maybe taking some breaths. If nothing's coming to you, then I suggest getting up and moving around a little bit, like we were doing before, opening the heart.
I was just going to ask that too, Betsy, because sometimes there's resistance with the mindset, right? Like our mind is in a certain mood, and we know we need to do this exercise. So what would you say to that, like when there's resistance or any kind of, the mind stuff that comes up to say, oh, I don't have time, or no, this is not the right, thing for me?
Yeah. One of my affirmations is just keep showing up. And it's the same thing with any of the Vipassana, the training that I've learned with the meditation. It's like, we may stop doing certain practices, and that doesn't matter. It's about coming back. And so facing that resistance with courage and just showing up. Just show up. Just show up at your altar. Just show up at your journal. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just really continue to keep coming back. And so that's why I absolutely love getting to guide this, because then we get to do it together.
Yeah, totally love that. I just wanted to jump in and say that. Thank you for saying that, because that's it right now, like just show up. Just show up. See what happens. Okay, take it from here, girl.
Yes, and this I'm so glad you mentioned that too, because this particular affirmations is going to be really about what we're letting go of and what we're releasing. And so you can start to write in your journal, I release, and then leave a space. And a couple lines below that, I let go of. A few lines below that, I am free of. Below that, I am now choosing. A couple more. I have the power to. You can fill this in after. It's two more. At the bottom, I am. I am. So I'm just going to set you up so that way you can write this for yourself. So I'll read it one more time. You're going to set yourself up with these stems. I release. I let go of. I am free of. I am now choosing. I have the power to. I am, and I am. And then what I want you to do is just take some breaths, start to tune in to what it is that you are choosing to claim, what you are choosing to embody today. So you can go ahead and start to fill it out. Give yourself that space. I release. And this may be, I'll give you some examples. I release my frustrations about how crazy the world is right now. I release my fear of going into the unknown. I release my resistance to writing. Whatever it is that you're choosing. And then just continue to fill it out. Breathe deeply. Tune in. And as you're writing, I want to remind you of something. The science of affirmations essentially is really creating these new neural pathways in our brains. So we have these beautiful pathways that start to fire and wire together, and they will get stronger and stronger the more that we repeat. So for example, if you have been unconsciously or consciously repeating an affirmation such as I'm not worthy for your whole life, then that's going to be a really strong program or pathway that's in there. And so it's going to be really important for you to find affirmations that are going to help to break that pattern. And so, really diving deep into some of these simple phrases such as, I am now choosing to feel worthy. Saying that again and again. It's not saying I am worthy, because you may actually get a inner conflict that's happening. If you have held this long, deep-seated feeling that you're not worthy, and then you try and just cover it up with an affirmation, you may actually go and a more limited space. And so activating your affirmations such as I am choosing to be will help you to get to that place. And then I love some of these comments, some of these sisters. So thank you so much for being here. So the Power Affirmation Journal, you can see the link down at the bottom, poweraffirmation.com. Also, really, that's so beautiful. Thank you, Kenlyn, for getting those stems up there. And this is a really powerful practice to do on the full moon and the new moon. And so along with the Power Affirmation Journal, there's also these beautiful cards that will help you to activate your affirmations for the moon cycle. So this is the full moon, and then we have new moon, which is all about what you're calling in and bringing through. The full moon's all about release, and then the intentions. And so this is also going to be coming along with the Power Affirmation Journal. So would love to hear from you. Please send me a message, get on the website, learn more about it. And then also I'm really excited too because every journal plants a tree. So we found this great organization that is called Eden Reforestation Project. And so every journal sold will plant a tree. So you're not only investing in yourself, but you're also investing in really creating a more sustainable future for all of us. And then one last thing I'll just share, just to speak to what Hema brought up around the pumping of the mindset muscles. When you just keep showing up, it's like if you don't go to the gym for a long time, you have a lot of resistance because you haven't built up that strength, and it's hard and it's difficult. But the more that you do it, the easier it becomes. The more that you go to the gym, you start getting stronger, and it becomes more fun, actually. So really break through that initial resistance to writing, even to reciting, maybe even standing in the mirror and saying your affirmations. It might feel so awkward and uncomfortable, but here's a beautiful opportunity to just tune in. I am safe. Hand on your heart. I belong. I am enough. I am grounded. I am connected. I am resourceful. I am divine. I am love. And remembering using your body as well to make these power poses, arms wide open, hands on your hips. Get away from this kind of thing that we're doing so much on the computer. So, yeah.
So beautiful.
Yeah, our thoughts, people. This is a time that we need it more than ever. More than ever. It is so important for us all to really dive into our mindset practice and take the reins, because there's all kinds of craziness out there. So we can control what's in here.
I love that you and Kenlyn has said every journal plants a tree. Yes, it does, absolutely. And what I love is it takes practice. You know, you keep coming back because the mind is a strong, tricky little big thing, and it will certainly the further and further. And we're gonna forget, like Betsy said, like we're gonna forget. But this is something to help us remember again, and then to get stronger and stronger. So what a beautiful, I'm like just so proud of you, first of all, to birth this very much needed tool and resource for us. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And you've got something really special coming up. Will you share about it?
Yes. Yeah, so I created a program to go along with the journal. So, to address exactly what we're just talking about, if you don't journal or if you need support, you need guidance to dive into your practice. So this is a 6-week power affirmation program. You can also find it on the Power Affirmation website. And it's essentially a powerful group of women and men if they want to join. But right now we have some women that are a yes. It starts next Wednesday, and we are going to go through the journal. We're going to dive into our practices. We're going to do some embodiment, meditation, writing, and really the intention is to continue to uplift our mindset so that way we can continue to face all of this challenging time with as much courage, positivity, joy, and love as we can. So yeah, and
powerful, perfect thing to do right now. I highly recommend it. Betsy is an incredible guide and resource, and leader and facilitator. So you will be in really good hands, and talk about self-care. Like, we've been talking about self-care a lot this week because we, in our Embody Sisterhood group, we've been having a self-care challenge. I mean, challenge is not the right word, but self-care opportunity. And everyone's getting on there and sharing tools and tips. So sisters in the house, like, if you're feeling called to be in a collective of other sisters who are sharing and receiving, wherever you are in the spectrum of your light work in the world, come on in and join us and receive for yourself. And Betsy, how can someone find you or sign up for this particular program? Can you let us know more about that?
Yes, of course, poweraffirmation.com. So you'll see the book is available there, and then if you scroll down a little bit, there's an invitation to the program, and you can find it on my website. You can also learn more about me on my website. I put a lot of love into creating it, and yeah, so thank you. And then just one last piece that I want to share with you around self-care. So sometimes the perception of self-care can be like this extreme thing where you got to make time to make a bubble bath, and you got to like light all the candles, and it's this thing. And really, it can be as simple as just being grateful, taking the time 3 minutes a day to write down what you're grateful for, or write on your mirror an affirmation, and really tune into that, because it's doing the inner self-care. So
Yeah. So
yeah.
take 5 minutes. Jen has written in here, I'm so excited to start my journal. Love you, Betsy.
Yay.
Love you.
Oh,
Thank you.
so
Melissa
glad
saying,
you got it.
thank you,
Oh.
sisters, for your love and your support and your light beams in the world. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we get to now choose an Embody Oracle.
Ooh,
So this is our
yes.
Embody Oracle segment where we get to choose a card together. So Betsy, let's tune into this frequency of this consciousness of this moment. What is humanity? What does our community need to hear? Tell me when to stop shuffling.
I invite all the watchers to put their hands towards the screen and infuse that beautiful oracle deck with our energy, and stop shuffling.
All right. And tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay.
Generosity.
Generosity! Woo! Look at her. Oh my gosh.
Oh, beautiful. Look at
Oh
that.
my goddess. Oh my goddess. Definitely. So we haven't chosen this. Like, we've been like recurring having, the same cards chosen over and over again. We're on, I think this is 33, right? We're on episode 33. And generosity is number 8 out of 44 cards. And I'm going to read it for us. Each card has a message, and each card has also an embodied invitation. Generosity, activate the law of circulation. So breathe into that. Activate the law of circulation. Beautiful sister, in these deeply transformative times, old limiting beliefs that once may have served our ancestors before us are being called up for review. We now have the power to choose our beliefs and notice what ways we think that are destructive or don't create the world we dream of. Oh, wait, sorry. Yeah, we get to choose the beliefs and notice what ways we think that are destructive or don't create the world we dream of. The more we're aware, the more these old thoughts and behaviors fall away to create space for new beliefs and behaviors that match our values, purpose, and dreams. One of the oldest beliefs we hold is fear-based on the ideas of scarcity and limitation. You can tap into your extraordinary power by realizing this universe you live in is generous and abundant. And as you let go of the stories that tell you otherwise, you can tap into incredible resources and immense wealth. Breathe into that. The universe is calling you to fortify your abundance consciousness by sharing generosity with others today. Here are a few ideas that you can easily fold into your day. Buy a thoughtful gift or some flowers for a loved one. It is Mother's Day coming up, just FYI. Yes, and then a thoughtful gift. Tip extra generously. So whoever delivers to you, tip extra generously, donate to a charity you believe in, buy the Power Affirmation Journal, donate to a tree being made, prepare
And
a
it works.
dinner to share with friends or community, and the possibilities are endless. Have fun with it. You will find that the law of circulation never fails to open up the channels of receiving as well. Enjoy this exploration and invest in people, events, movements, and things that expand your heart and feeling joyful for you. Happy giving. So the embodied invitation I will not read. That is something that you can find when you order your own. But we also have done a lot of embodiment, and Betsy's really shared a lot of tools here with the Power Affirmation Journal and these practices. So everyone take a deep breath in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for receiving for yourself. And thank you for your generosity of receiving for yourself to fill yourself up to then share with others. And I would say simultaneously, as you're being filled up, share with others. That has been the pathway to abundance and prosperity for me, and feeling abundant and feeling wealthy and being in that consciousness of wealth has been from generosity. So if you find something here today that has sparked you, that has awakened you, that has supported you in some way, share with others. We invite you to share this video and share the whole show. Share, be generous. And for those of you who are called to go deeper with Betsy or myself, whatever it is, like, give that to yourself. Be generous with yourself. You know, it is time for us to be in our upliftment. So I wanted to take a moment here, and everyone take a deep breath in and blast Betsy with so much gratitude for sharing her light and her love and birthing this beautiful gift into the world. Thank you, Betsy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Is there any last words that you would love to share with anybody here?
Oh, just thank you so much. That generosity is such a key. It's such a beautiful gift. And Hemalayaa and DPO, this show has been such a generous offering to so many people. Thank you so much for bringing this through and providing. And there's so much energy that goes into creating something like this, and it is just creating a ripple effect. So thank you so much for everything that you both do and share and bring the light. So honored to be part of your team and your allyship. I'm just so grateful and love you.
Thank you so much. I love you. And all of you out there, receive our love. Receive it in, receive it in. We're blasting it to you right now. And really like taking a moment also for DTO. I'm going to put my hands this way because this is where he is. Pump it in there, DTO. Show your face. Come on, come on. Show it up. There you go. Like blasting DTO for holding it down. This takes a team. It's not just DTO and myself. We also have another member here that is really supporting. And so it does take investment and time and effort. And we just want to like blast out our team. Thank you for holding it down and for serving in this way. So thank you to you for receiving again and again and again. So much love to you. We're blasting you off. Enjoy your day.